Hey, how y'all doing? I'm back, Zeke Johnson, aka the Detroit Real Estate Man. And I want to bring you guys just a quick video, man, about a deal I just did. Now y'all know I'm actually known as a flipper. I flip houses. So I started off wholesaling. I eventually got to the point where I bought my own property, leveraged it with some hard money, some private money. Now I flip houses. I just did about $1.3 million over the last 10 months in flips. And I'm working on 4 more that should be done this year. And we should be able to finish out this year over about 1.5 million. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about wholesaling. I see wholesalers real popular. I see you guys follow all the hot wholesalers. Max Manson got big events going on. I've been doing some traveling, speaking at hotels about wholesaling. So that's the entryway for people to get into the game of real estate. Totally understand. When I first started, I thought you only can make a few dollars. But I've met wholesalers that make $500,000 a year. I've been recently meeting wholesalers making $1 million plus a year. So that's great, but there are some things that you need some money to do if you're gonna scale to over $1 million. So let's talk about the stuff that us small time people can do that just started, really don't have a lot of money. Some of y'all might work a regular job and understand what I'm about to tell you, and you'll be able to make you some money. So I recently have 2 classes out, a wholesaler class and a fix and flip class. So if you wanna learn how to wholesale, click the link below. I got a wholesale class that's going to be half off to you guys, only 97 bucks, but it's going to give you way more information than the typical wholesale class will give you. It comes with the pre-foreclosure, and I'm going to add the tax delinquent, and it teaches you as a wholesaler how to walk through property. The same thing that I teach my fix and flip students, how to walk through property and give a detailed estimate sheet, because if you know what the house need rehab for to make it a nice rental and what they buying it for, you'll be able to tell your cash investors exactly what they need to know to make a buying decision right away. So recently I've been teaching wholesaling. A lot of people been, asking me about it. So what I've been teaching is the ways I find property, but I actually buy it. So, in the midst of me teaching, I forget how lucrative wholesaling can be. So, I started doing more mailers. I started doing the pre-foreclosure process that I'm gonna teach you guys in my class. I started looking at tax delinquent, buying different software to find bigger and better deals, so you can't average 10,000 or more on a wholesale deal. See, when I started, I was just barely getting by. I was making 2,000-3,000 a deal, but I was doing a lot of volume. You don't have to do as much volume if you can get 10,000 or more per deal. I mean, 1 or 2 deals a month will change your life completely, okay? And I'm gonna tell you what I did to get the deal I made $10,000 on, and it was fairly simple, fairly easy. And it's everything that I teach you guys in the class. So one of the things I teach you is when you're starting off, you should pick you 3 to 5 zip codes that you want to dominate, that you want to know about. If I give you an address in this zip code, you should know what block it's on, how many vacants, if it's clean, if it's bad. You know what I'm saying? If it's a war zone, you should know right off bat, because that's your zip code. So my zip code in Detroit is 224. I grew up over there. Detroit is pumping a lot of money over there. I watched the houses go from 0 to 100,000 real quick, which is the name of my course. So they literally, like, they was giving away houses. Like, you couldn't, houses $2,000-3,000. Now they going for 160, 100. I just flipped one in that zip code. I bought it for 70. We sold it for like 150. All I did was some new cabinets and tile in the kitchen, in the bathroom, and that was it. So I picked, that's one of my zip codes. So I went on my software that I give you guys in the class, and I pulled a list of vacant. I didn't have to pay for this list. It comes with the software. I didn't even know this. My wife told me about it. So I said, look, buy us a list. I want to do some marketing over there. So I pulled a list. It was free. Absentee owners, and I sent out some mail. I did that for 2 Mondays in a row. And a Sunday evening, I got a call back. I usually forward my calls to there's a third party that answers my phone, because sometimes I'll be busy. But I said, you know what? A lot of my students couldn't afford to do that. So I had to go all the way back to ground zero so I can know what to teach you guys who's just starting off. Because everybody can't afford mailers, third party answering service, 2-3 different softwares, all of that. So I got to be able to show you guys how I was able to make $100,000 my first year, literally with no money. No money. No, I had no money. It was bad. I mean, I was stealing lights and gas, no food, no friends, no support, no job, no skill, no girlfriend, no nothing. I did have a girlfriend. She did stick. After that disaster, I found the girl later on. But anyway, we made it work. So we did a lot of the freeways. But if you have a little money, if you can spend maybe $100 to $200 a week, you know, just do it for a month. Just try to send out 1,000 mailers and watch don't you get enough calls to do your first deal. But make sure you be real selective on who you mail to, okay? Just don't pull a whole list and just mail to the whole list. You know what I'm saying? Kind of look at the zip codes, narrow down by the zip codes. Kind of select your house if you can, good 1,000, and you just mail them out there. You just send out some mailers. And within 2 weeks, somebody called me back. It was out of state only, he stayed in California, and he said he wanted to sell the house. So I knew it was a zip code that I just was flipping in, so I knew it was a hot area. I went by, drove it, neighborhood beautiful, house was nice. So I said, no matter what it need, you know, I do everything in the house. So I ran my numbers. I teach you this guys in the class. It's called a Mayo. So you run your Mayo formula, then you minus your fee. So that house, for me to make $10,000, I had to get it at $60,000, okay? And I asked him how much he was selling, and guess what? He wanted $60,000. So I didn't negotiate it all. I said, okay, cool, I'll send you over a contract right away. Now, his realtor had to get me the contract. She was an older lady. That took 5-6 days. So by then, I'm looking for a buyer for this property. I'm already looking for a buyer. I already took the picture of the house. The realtor let me inside maybe 5 days later. But as a flip, I knew this house was a flip, so I sold it to a flipper, not a landlord. So I knew the house needed a roof, it needed all new windows, it needed a driveway. I knew it needed a new kitchen, new bath. Luckily, this house had new plumbing, new furnace, new hot water tank. So all I needed is kitchen and bath, paint, and a couple doors. And that was it. So I was able to sell this house. I made $10,000. Now I teach my students to do a double closing. But I feel like I was feeling a little cocky. I was feeling a little arrogant. I felt like, what was they gonna say? And I probably should have did that. But the deal still went through. But I probably shouldn't have did that because it raised a red flag with the seller and with the realtor. The realtor didn't even understand what an assignment fee was, okay? So she was just totally clueless. She thought that her seller was going to get $10,000. So they made me rewrite the assignment. I had the assignment signed. They made me add an addendum to the contract that stated that the seller was going to get $10,000. I had to explain where all the money was going. So that was weird. Second thing, the seller emailed me. He said, why is my house being sold for $10,000 more? He said, is my house worth more than what I'm selling it for? So y'all had to take a deep breath because I ain't never dealt with this before. So I played it real smooth. I explained to the realtor, I said, well, the seller is going to get $60,000. When she first asked me over the phone, I explained to her, I said, I'm going to get 10. She said, well, why are you getting 10? And I told her, I said, well, I got a person that wants to purchase the house higher, more for what I got under contract for. So I'm willing to sell my rights to him. That's how I explained it. Because that's the correct explanation on why you wholesaling this house. They are willing to pay you more than what you got the house under contract for. Now, worst case scenario, I could have closed my property myself, but I didn't want to. I wanted this as a wholesale deal. I had enough flips. But I'm just showing you the power of wholesaling. It's a beautiful thing. So he didn't reply back, and I ended it by saying, can we please move forward with this closing because my buyer is ready to close. I don't know what that did. That was just my way of taking the attention off the wholesale fee and just moving on with the deal. So that's what I did. So we moved to the closing. My buyer came. We was all happy, smiling. The realtor was even smiling. She felt like she learned something new. She's like, wow, I didn't know you can do that. I said, yeah, you can do that. So she learned something new. Not sure what the seller didn't care. That's why when you don't negotiate, when you know your number, a lot of times you don't have to negotiate. So now that the seller knew I was making some money, guess what? He felt like he made his money. Now if I talked him down to $50,000 and sold that property for $70,000, I bet you we wouldn't have closed. But I would have did a double closing. So moral of the story is do a double closing if you're not a veteran. If you knew, do a double closing, protect what you're making, okay? Use fast cash, okay, or flash cash. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to include a link to that as well, to some transactional funding. But if you guys want to learn more about wholesaling, click the link below. I'm always going to be updating you with all the newest stuff that's coming out, because now I'm kind of really into the wholesale now. Before, it was just like, if I find a deal, I'll wholesale it. But now I want to make that part of my business plan, along with the flipping that I do and the teaching as well. So definitely, man, check out the class. I'm going to offer a half off link. The class is $197. I'm going to make sure you guys get it for $97, okay? I just want you to enter the keyword wholesale now, okay? Wholesale now. And then that's going to get you, the half off, okay? So I'm going to add that in, but click the link below and you're going to get half off the class. Now here's the catch. With wholesaling, it's all about leads, lead generation, okay? So lead generation, I added a second class in there. So the second class is free, and I'm going to add a third, okay? The second class is pre-foreclosure. I'm going to teach you guys how to go after the pre-foreclosure market. It's an untapped market. A lot of wholesalers don't go after it because they don't know the strategy on how to wholesale a house that's in foreclosure, or that's going through foreclosure, or that's at an auction. So I'm going to teach you how to circumvent the winner at the auction. You can go straight to the homeowner and get the deed and then wholesale that deed. The other part, I'm going to teach you how to go to different lawyers' website and get lists of properties that's going to auction. Now you can market to those people before it hit auction and wholesale it, or if you're a flipper, you can flip it, okay? Now if you're interested in flipping property, I'm going to include that link as well. So you probably already wholesale, you want to flip some property. I'm the king of flips in my city. You know, they call me Detroit real estate man because I flip a lot of property. When I say flip, I'm not talking about small flip. We say anywhere between 135 to 250. We are flipping houses on a consistent basis, month in, month out. So if you're interested in flipping, click the link below. You also will have a half off coupon for that as well. I will include that in the link below. Okay, I made another video for my flip people. You know what? I'll include that video in this one. So yeah, I'll include just the top right of the screen, I believe. You can tap on my flip video where I'm talking to my flip students or flip people that want to learn how to flip. I include a half off coupon for that as well. I just want to get this information out here. I'm trying to build a community of wholesalers and flippers. I want to teach you guys the way I got into the game. I'm different than everybody out here. We all are different. Everybody came to the game a different way. I literally started with no money. I borrowed the money to pay for a course the way that you guys did. I have a link below. I borrowed $50 from my girlfriend at the time because I had no money. So I literally started with $0, no marketing budget. So if I tell you how to do a deal with no money, that's how you do a deal with no money. I'm watching a lot of these other guys out here. They're great guys. But a lot of what they do, it consists of having some money. Like, marketing is not cheap. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I did a little bit at a time when I was marketing. I'm talking about $30 here, $50 there. You know, when I closed my first deal, I took maybe $200 out of that. Did some marketing. I teamed up a lot. So I'm going to teach you guys all that in my class. I'm going to show you how to do some deals for free. And I'm going to show you how to pump your deals up where you're doing multiple deals a month by paying for marketing. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow my Instagram. I'm always showing you guys what I'm doing in the field. I also travel. I may be coming to a city or state, you know, near you. So look out. Detroit Real Estate All-Stars. We travel. You know, we've been in 4 states so far. And just talking about real estate and the market here in Detroit. The market is very wide open. It's a lot of good opportunity, a lot of building, a lot of renovation going on. You know, they should call us Comeback City almost, because Detroit is on the comeback if it hasn't already came back. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.